Hi and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Galabouting, and what I'm going to do is this will be my first planning video, and so what I thought it might be quite useful just to tell you where I'm going, why I'm going there, how much it cost, flights and accommodation, any sort of extras, and yeah, just so you get a sense of yeah, you know, how much it's going to cost. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into it. So why Morocco? I absolutely adore Morocco. In fact, all the places I go, I really like. You know, I haven't been anywhere where I really disliked. You know, got my kind of favourites, but yeah, you know, everywhere that I've been it's just been pretty epic. But Morocco in particular has been very epic. And this will be my fourth time. I think the first time I went to Morocco was, I think I went to Marrakesh probably, I think it was about 4 years ago. And then I've gone every year. I went to Paradise Valley, which if I was to make any recommendations of going to Morocco, I would recommend Paradise Valley. It's one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been, you know, in the world. It is, yeah, just absolutely stunning. And what I liked about that particular place is that it's, yeah, you know, it's touristy. You know, there's obviously, you know, you're not going to be, you know, the only tourist there. When I was there, it was quite quiet, and you know, I just went trekking, and you go through these incredible dry bed landscapes full of rock pools, big rock pools, so you can dive in them, and there's palm trees, beautiful sunshine. But yeah, that was Paradise Valley. And last year, the end of last year, I went to Fez. And you know, equally I really like cities, you know, the vibrancy of a city, and the noises and the smells, and the, you know, just and the people. And but I equally like to go to, you know, a little bit remote and out the way. And so in Morocco you can do all of that. And I also think there's something about, you know, it's on another continent, you know, it's not Europe. And so yeah, there's an element in that, you know, where culturally, you know, it's completely different. And I like that bit too, you know, I like that bit too. But anyway, let me just get into the details then of flight first. Return flight from Luton to Agadir cost me £51.10, and I got that off of kiwi.com, and I'll be flying through Ryanair. And there's always this thing for me, you know, my local airport is Bristol Airport, and you know, I don't like slagging places off, but yeah, it's, you know, it's not the best of airports in terms of times, you know, when you want to go to places. And obviously the days, it's not a full on, it is an international airport, but it's not full on, so it's not like, you know, so return flight from Luton and is £51.10, you know, which is pretty fucking good, isn't it, really? Excuse my French. And it's an afternoon flight, which is unusual. I seem to get, most of my flights go from Gatwick, and I found a nice little place to go when I go to Gatwick, to park, so that's pretty low cost. And the majority of flights that leave Gatwick are first thing in the morning, you know, 6 in the morning, which is really nice, because then you end up getting somewhere and you've got a day, you know. But my flight leaves Luton at 2:30 in the afternoon, which is absolutely fine, and I get there about 7, I think it's about 7 in the evening, you know, which is absolutely fine for me. The accommodation, I got through booking.com, and it's a hostel as well. And you know, like I was saying in the introduction video, I love my hostels. and so I'm staying in Sweet Surf Hostel, which is pretty much on the beach, and that's costing me £50.79. And forgive me, because I forgot to actually say where I'm going in Morocco, and I'm going to go to Taghazout, which is I think it's about 25 miles north of Agadir. It's a kind of beach resort. It's got quite a lot of history. It was a Berber village originally, kind of in the 60s and 70s, on the sort of hippie trail and stuff like that. They used to get a lot of vans, campers there, tents, big tented sort of community of Westerners. But I'm not sure when, but the government sort of cracked down on that. So that is not there anymore, though I'm sure people go there with vans. But a big tourist, tourist developments have sprung up, and it's massively popular in surfing, surfing communities, big surfing place there. So that's not why I'm going there, really. And the main reason that I'm going there is to get some sun. It's going to be quite warm over there while I'm there, and I like the heat. So I'm going to be going there specifically for some sun, and but also just to check out, I like food, I like the food, just the atmosphere, and but primarily it's going to be nice to just get some hot sun, and but I'm maybe planning on a couple of things to do. While I'm there, I'd maybe hire a push bike and just sort of cycle off somewhere and see what I come across. But I'm also aware that it's actually not far from Paradise Valley, and I'd like maybe just to see, if I can. Buses are not good there, but I'm sure there might be some sort of day trips or something. So I might do that too. And that would be great to take you along, so I can show you Paradise Valley, because it lives up to its name. So I'll put those things in the chat. So basically it's costed me 102 quid to fly there, and that includes my accommodation as well, which is not bad for 5 days. I'm doing a bit of a kind of what I normally do, and what you'll see in the future, is that I just love to use public transport everywhere I go, so I'll always get a bus from the airport. Don't really want to do taxis. Maybe there's a cost thing, but mostly it's because actually I just like using the transport provided, the public transport. And but this time, because I'm getting in at 7, there's no buses to this place. So through booking.com, I'm getting a car that's going to meet me at the airport and take me there, and that's costing me 25 quid. And I wouldn't really ever do that, but just this time, it just seems fine to do it, and it's going to get me from the airport to the place about 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm there, so I don't have to worry too much about that kind of stuff. And just some other costs which I'm going to incur really is obviously fuel to drive to Luton Airport. Now my car generally does about it's 10 quid for about 100 miles. So for me it's about 125 miles to Luton Airport. So obviously doubling that up. So it's going to cost me, I don't know, about 25 to 30 quid in fuel. So all of my costings are going to come to £150.62, which again it's not bad. And my plan is, when I get to Luton, is just to find some off-street parking and walk to the bus station. My understanding is, when I looked, that there is actually a free bus shuttle that goes from the main bus terminal in Luton out to the airport, and I think it's about a 20-minute, 15-minute bus journey. So that's my plan. That's my plan to go. And what I'm going to do another video tomorrow, which will show my packing. I think I said, I know I did say that I like to travel really light, and I'm, I'm a bit of a minimalist, and I take very little when I travel. So what I'm going to do tomorrow at some stage is just basically show you what I'm taking, and it's kind of very little and not a big bag, and just share that with you. So thank you for thank you for watching this. And what I should have said at the start as well is a big thank you to some friends that have put some really kind words on the different, on the video, but also in sending me texts and stuff like that, and wishing me well and stuff. So I've really appreciated that, and for the people which have subscribed as well. And but the most important thing for me is to get there and to take some video, and just show you some of the places which you might not have ever heard of, or you might think are probably a little bit out of reach. But like I said, I'll put all the costings in the description for this video. And like I said, £150.62 to get there and back with accommodation is not bad. And I guess the thing to say is that obviously doesn't include spending money. One of the things that I like to do when I go away is to eat nice food, and I do like that. And a great thing about Morocco is that it's not expensive. Restaurants are not expensive, and I like to try and find places which are slightly away from any sort of touristy bit, and try and find where locals go to eat, because I kind of feel that the food's maybe a little bit more authentic, and it's definitely a bit cheaper as well. But so really looking forward to doing this video, really looking forward to doing it, and taking you with me on this trip. I'm going to sign off and upload this thing. And again, any comments, please put some comments in the chat if there's anything that didn't make sense, or you want to know more, please let me know. And with that, I'll sign out. And thank you for staying to the end of this. And as always, it seems to be the thing to do on YouTube. I'll probably say this at the end of every one. If click on a like, and if you want to find out more, click subscribe. And I'll be doing another video tomorrow night, and that will be just showing you what I'm taking, what I'm packing. So just wishing everyone a beautiful rest of the evening. It's a Sunday night here in the UK, and and look forward to catching up with you tomorrow.